Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
On one, ready?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MC.
Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on a quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run again with Brown. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
On one, ready?
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 180. Right up. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down carry for Brown. Got a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Gun.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, They just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Escapes the defender. Still fighting forward. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's got a man left, and he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll have a pickup of 3, which is good enough to make it 1st and goal. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Stroud to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hits him on the out route. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Can.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Diving, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Here we go.
Down on the toss, right side. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who've got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
To the air, Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the
As long as these are the
45-yard
results
line.
he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
118. What's that?
Here's the one back on the handoff. Off by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. First and 10 from the 43. Stroud off to play fake. It is caught, and it's Higgins again. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
And you know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
18. What's that?
Stroud dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Tank Dell with a touchdown.
For first thing you do as a quarterback. The first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Here we go. 180.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Burrow's pass.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
It's a gain of
They'll have
9.
2 left to work with before halftime.
And a yard.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout.
It's a gain
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. We've set it down from 37. On first down, here's Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take the lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
One last play before the break.
All right.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. First and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He's got it over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing up, doing his job.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That stop made by Barrett Carter.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Broke him out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing on third down, Stroud doesn't make the connection. looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's flown dead at the 12. The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow now on 1st down. Catch made by Chase Brown. It'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Brown on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Now it's Brown. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run in the darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the 1st down play.
And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Short pass brought in. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
From the red zone on 1st. Dumped off to his running back. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Brown is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Evan McPherson to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Oh,
Off the play action, here's Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Catch made by Woody Marks. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
gun.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
13-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
All right.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throw right side. Hauled in by Collins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Shamar Stewart on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup. Brings
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Finds his bench complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
All right.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Looking for Collins, and it's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals take over as he records his 10th career INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On one, ready?
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Let's get set. Got.
From the gun, a get to Brown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Chase Brown, the Bengals.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
No score zone right here. No score
On.
zone.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Bengals close to picking up their 5th win. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Got.
Here's Brown again. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. Here we go. Got.
Brown on the carry. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
I know
scrimmage.
these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Got.
Live on seconds, it's Brown. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
No score zone.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.